Science fiction often blends imaginary fantasies with futuristic scientific theories. The combination of the two sometimes look like this. But some sci-fis still scratch away at the back of our brains years after watching them, and sometimes have the ability to completely upend our worldview. This is our list of the 10 deepest sci-fi movies that made us question everything and are still blowing our minds to this day. Number 10, Her. This 2013 romantic science fiction drama by Spike Jonze is a superb example of subtle speculative fiction.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi.
A truly unique take on artificial intelligence in the future, Her makes you wonder what it means to be human, to love, and what intelligence really is.
I'd like to be alive in that room right now.
Number 9, Inception.
I have it under control.
In 2010, Christopher Nolan blew everyone's minds with Inception. This dream-crawling heist thriller digs deep into the unconscious mind and the way we think about movies. It's also argued that the film itself is a striking metaphor for the movie-watching experience itself.
I'd hate to see out of control.
Number 8, Vanilla Sky.
Open your eyes.
Speaking of dreams, Vanilla Sky, the 2001 science fiction psychological thriller, and its Spanish predecessor from 1997 called Open Your Eyes, dive into the world of lucid dreaming. For many, this film, or Richard Linklater's Waking Life, introduced them to the concept. The movie is a true mind-bender as you try to piece together reality from the dream, and again, the ending makes us question our own reality. And if we knew we were all in a dream, would we want to wake up? Number 7, Arrival.
That's a proper introduction.
In 2016, the short story, The Story of Your Life, was adapted into the film Arrival, directed by Denis Villeneuve. The ensuing tense science fiction drama introduced us to the concepts of linguistic relativity and time perception. It keeps us wondering long after the credits how much of our cognitive behavior is a result of our language, and also what it would be like to know your whole life at once. Number 6, Mr. Nobody.
We don't know who Mr. Nobody is. Neither does he.
Mr. Nobody is a 2009 science fiction drama film that takes place as Nemo Nobody is the last mortal on Earth to die after the human race has achieved immortality. Nemo tries to recall his life for various interviews in the present time, but things get a little confusing. The movie splits off in separate storylines every time he's forced to make a major decision. The concept mirrors multiverse theories, which are mind-blowing in and of themselves, but what really got us was its interpretation of what decision anxiety feels like.
As long as you don't choose, everything remains possible.
If we can imagine how our whole life will play out given different decisions, how do we decide which ones to choose? Number 5, Pi. Darren Aronofsky's 1998 movie Pi is a weird one if you're used to mainstream science fiction. The film pits the irrationality of humanity against the regularity of mathematics. What follows is a deep dive into the insane world of seeing patterns everywhere. It's honestly still pretty hard to explain this one, but the concept still crawls around in our brains to this day.
It's just a number.
Number 4, Ex Machina. Another great independent science fiction is 2015's Ex Machina that left us all terrified of artificial intelligence again. After falling in love with Samantha in Her, it was pretty easy to get tricked by Ava in this movie. The film really made us question the toxic effect male dominance can have on shaping new intelligence, and how our reactions will correlate with how it will act.
What will happen to me if I fail your test?
Number 3, 12 Monkeys.
5 billion people died in 1996 and 1997.
Injecting a bit more traditional neo-noir science fiction into the mix, 1995's 12 Monkeys portrays a lot of the same concepts of memory perception, time travel, and technology interfering with our ability to communicate. The movie still makes us think about our role as a supposedly superior creature and how our perception can be warped by faulty memories.
It's a great idea.
Number 2, Star Wars. Not commonly thought of as a deep sci-fi movie by many, Star Wars actually has some pretty heavy themes running throughout it. George Lucas actually had a lot of religious mythology and philosophical concepts in mind when making the original trilogy. Lucas said he wanted to tie together the core fabric, in other words the gist of, what religions across the world were getting at. What he came up with was the Force, and there's a reason we all love the idea to this day. Number 1, Cloud Atlas. Robert Ebert called the 2012 epic science fiction Cloud Atlas one of the most ambitious films ever made, and it's hard to disagree. Through 6 vastly separate periods of time, the movie weaves stories of connectivity between generations. We're still asking ourselves what kind of ripple effects our daily actions might have on our future descendants that we leave the planet Earth to, and how our ancestors might have affected us now. Those are our picks for the 10 deepest science fiction films that keep us questioning everything to this day. What are your thoughts about these movies and their philosophical questions? Is there anything we missed that should be mentioned? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this was Craig with Skyline Pictures.